Hey there, it's Dave Duford again from Final Expense Agent Mentor at feagentmentor.com. Today, we're going to do a little 101 on the final expense business and basically give you the 30,000 mile or 30,000 foot overview of what final expense is about to give you a better understanding of how it works, how to get leads, how to make sales, and how to sustain yourself, not just in the short term, but the long term as well. Alright, so Final Expense 101 is basically this. Final expense is a product that's designed for the mass market of people over 50 who don't have enough money to take care of their burial and final expense needs. Most plans that are sold are usually between $5,000 and $10,000, and the purpose for which they are sold is to cover primarily burial-related expenses. The way that final expense is sold is primarily face-to-face, one-on-one with an agent like myself. I sit down with my customers, I fact-find, pre-qualify, present, and then offer them the deal that's going to be the best suited for them. It's all done on a one-on-one basis where you actually, or I should say a one-call basis. You ask for the sale immediately. There's no reason to make a second or third appointment. It's either that makes sense for them or it doesn't. It's a simple product for a simple reason to have it. And it's nothing complicated like an annuity sale or a buy-sell type of term product between partnerships or that kind of thing. This is an easy idea and concept to sell. So the way that you actually generate leads in the final expense business is that there's two ways, one very minor way and then one major way that most agents do. Minor way is using your own self-created leads. You'll see agents who cold call, maybe house to house, or do some kind of seminar and residences where they generate their own leads. That is a very minority of the lead generation types. Most agents come in the final expense and get involved in some kind of paid lead program. The most important and I think best program is direct mail final expense leads, with telemarketing leads being a close second. You see agents being successful with both kind of leads, but the top 10% of all final expense agents generally use direct mail as their primary lead source. So the service work behind this business is very minimal. I've been in this business 4 years. It's Wednesday. Looking at my computer right now, I probably have only gotten 3 or 4 service calls. This is off of 1,400 policies I've sold in the past 4 years. Okay, so that's not bad. One of the calls is wanting to add more coverage, so hey, I'm happy to take that service call. But the point is you're not going to be deluged like a P&C agent or a health insurance agent with service calls constantly. This is a very sales-oriented, numbers, hard work, get out and see the people type of business, and you really won't be bothered by anybody, which is a great thing. Now, with all of that said, we've talked about the sales process, the marketing process, the service process. The last thing about final expense is that this business, to be as truly successful as you can be and sell the most policies, you have to come into final expense as an independent agent. This is the biggest beef I have with my competition that recruits agents. I don't really have a problem with them. They recruit agents, they sell insurance, it does a service to their customers. I think it's higher price, I think it's a ripoff in many cases. But the one beef I really do have is that if all you can offer is one particular product, man, you are shortchanging not just most of your customers, but also yourself in the terms of the best you can do by your clients' regards, as well as the kind of income you can make. There's a particular company that goes by the name of a president, wink wink, you think you know what I'm talking about. Their commission levels usually start at 80%. Their modified plans are lower, meaning like higher risk plans are going to pay you lower. And then if they have a direct express card, which a lot of people do, it's not even going to be full commission. And then different ages causes commission drops. These are the things they don't tell you. But on top of that, you may run into so many people where you make them wait for 2 full years before they're fully covered with this company, named after president, whereas you could get them full coverage elsewhere, but not just full coverage, but also a higher commission. And then you're going to keep that business on the books versus if I walk in behind that guy and replace it, you lose that commission and probably have to pay it back. So it's very important that if you come into final expense, you come into this with an independent mindset as an independent agent. Captivity is captivity, all right? You don't want to go that route if you can help it, because you will find it is going to have a longer term detrimental impact. So in the forms of worse business quality, so on and so forth. So when you come into this business, it's important to understand that over the long run, you set yourself up not just for the best short-term results, but also for the best long-term results. And it's important you do your due diligence, you do your research, you look into the companies you're working with, specifically the agency and the guy that's going to be responsible for training you, because that's where most of the problems and the best results come from. So do your research, and I want you to utilize my YouTube webpage and my website. I lay everything out there more than anybody else I know, totally for free, on all the inner aspects of final expense. My website is feagentmentor.com. I've got tons of articles, tons of videos. I've got all my YouTube videos at your dispense. Please take the time to research. If you're looking into this business, you're going to find there's a lot more than meets the eye. And if you do your due diligence in the beginning, on the front end, it's going to make for a lot better longer-term career without all the hiccups and bumps in the road that so many of us, including myself, have gone through. Name again is David Duford. Website is feagentmentor.com. My business is Final Expense Agent Mentor, where I train new agents and agents experienced in life insurance but new to final expense, and train them to be successful final expense agents and train them how to duplicate my model of success. So thank you so much for listening. Take care.